Look, I think they have to bring what they played in the first quarter into this last quarter to be any chance in the game. As for the Breeze, I don't think it's as strong as what it was before. It's still a couple of goal advantage to that end, but at the same time, if Maffra can come out and actually capitalise on their entries inside 50, I think the game was going to be well and truly won by them.
Getting a little bit dull out there as well. It's 4:05, and she's a bit...
Well, they said the weather's good, but the sun goes down a bit earlier in East Bend.
Well, the final quarter is about to get underway. Looking forward to this one. Can Maffra hold on? Will it be Bairnsdale's first loss of the season at home? No one really wins the stoppage. Now Corbett gets a hold of it. Went backwards by hand to Bulmer. Now to Cowan, who just left it behind when he went to grab it. Carr put on some pressure, but he didn't have the football, so he was lucky there, Cowan. Squares it up middle of the ground. Found Corbett. Right in the middle of the ground is Kieran Jones. Now comes off with inside 20 seconds. He's hurt himself, the big ruckman. Kick goes out wide towards Robinson. Tries to win it at ground level. Just overran it in the end. And now a left foot kick goes inside forward 50. Vickery was behind him. Maffra got some numbers. Good work there by Brian to win it. And quickly wrapped up there in a tackle from Lambourne.
Looks like lower back for Kieran Jones, just grabbing out as he came off.
Well, that means Petro will have to roll up from centre half forward to take the ruck duties now, and he wins that tap out, but it went straight to Cowan, sold some candy, didn't get around Lambourne, and the kick goes straight towards Channing. Kicks it out wide in the Brunt direction. Good spoil over the back was from Preston, but Brunt did well. Second effort was good. Brunt's left foot inboard kick, nicely done to Petro. And handballs quickly onto Channing, who can handball further afield. Now to Carr. This is Alex. One bounce, two bounce, 48 metres, chips it over the top to Johnson, who can mark and slow things down.
That was his redemption kick, wasn't it?
That was a good kick.
It was a great kick.
It was a team play.
He could have gone in and blazed away and had a shot at it, but a great kick there to Johnson.
This will just about be the sealer, I think. I'm going to put it in the book if Jack Johnson can go back and put it through. I want to change my tip.
What was your margin?
33 points. It's looking very, very, very good.
That's 24 at the moment. To open up this last quarter, Johnson stabs at it and pushes it across the face of goal. Minus score.
For Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard there, that is Maffra 8-14-62 to Bairnsdale 4-13-37.
Just some quick around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. Sale 18-8-116. They lead Warrigal 5-7-37.
Oh, good mark by Hudson Holmes. Sorry, Boxer.
You're up there, mate. And Leongatha 9-9-63 lead comfortably.
Well, I tell you what, sorry, mate. We should have continued that because Hudson Holmes took the intercept mark, played on, got around him to the 48 and put it through. What a great goal it was from Hudson Holmes. He is all class and will be one of the stars for them for many years to come. And Boxer, how'd you go at the time?
I've got nothing to say here, only because I've been given one job for the afternoon was to put our clock on inside here so we can keep track of the time through the quarters. And yep, done it again.
There's 27 minutes gone in the third quarter.
So, Darryl, can you just add 2 minutes to that?
I'm not listening. Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard this afternoon sees Maffra go to 9-14-68, lead Bairnsdale 4-13-37. The margin out to 31, and that's just about all she wrote, I think, as Carr goes forward again. Loose man back now is Ethan East, but he missed it. Bedgood had it, gave it to Channing, left foot snap on goal, missed another one. Bedgood can't believe it. Minor score, lights are on. They've listened to
they definitely
Paddy. He could nearly be fast become the mayor of East Gippsland, I think. Hudson Holmes again, very classy in traffic.
Channing again.
Spots up Channing directly in front. Margin 32 points.
32.
He'd be pretty close to best on ground, Channing. He's had a fantastic day. Not only has he given him inside 50s, he's just presented well. He's just smart, knows where the ball is.
He's one of those days. He just seems to be in the right spot every second play. So.
Paddy, you're good mates with him. What's he like? Bit of a show pony?
Nah,
loves it.
He's about as modest as they come, which annoys me sometimes. But he's spray one here. That's good to see. He's kicked that out the full, so that'll keep him in check. But he's a very good footballer, young Lockyer.
I reckon he's kicked the goal of the day.
Yeah,
actually, that last one from Hudson Holmes was pretty good as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight contest in that one.
Bairnsdale went short to Ethan East. Defensive 50 he is, gets it out wide. Presenting there was Wykes, goes low and marks. This is Wykes. Inboard 45, misses the target. Carr has it, that's Alex. Handball's inboard. Brunt was there, goes backwards to Johnson. Quick kick. Inside 50 it goes. There's a get out the back to Butcher, it does. Beautifully read by Johnny Butcher. And he is directly in front with what we think is a high shoulder, lower back, high hamstring, lower calf issue. Anywhere between his neck and his ankle, I reckon.
I've got no idea how to respond to that. Let him kick the goal first.
Well,
he looks pretty good running in at the moment.
He's battled through some stiffness and injury. I don't think he does at all.
Sorry.
He didn't follow through with his kick. He just can't pick what the sore part is.
And he propped up too when he took the mark as well. So, look, he's getting through the game. I just hope he doesn't do any more injury to what he's...
and that's why I reckon you're right with that lower back soreness. You get a sore, stiff back. You got to try and work it out. They say movement with it, but
my back was working with you on a Saturday afternoon.
33 points is the margin for the Eagles. There's a throw here and a half-back flank.
Scott, can I just say about Bairnsdale too, when the ball was just up top at the high arc 50 here, in the first quarter they were running, they were spreading, they were really up and about. They've just lost that real intensity in their game, and obviously they've had a lot of the wind kicked out of them by Maffra, and you can just see Maffra now is just starting to put down their foot and taking control of this game.
Yeah, well, Bournemouth kicked it off the back foot, put his teammates under enormous pressure, and ground level Huddy Holmes. Gee whiz, he is a good footballer.
Just the unforced errors creeping into the game. I think Boxer, that seems to really be the big thing for Bairnsdale, and that's where the drop-off's been.
Ball up, Waxy wants it straight down. Oh, Bulmer got hit by a Butcher tackle. I tell you what, to his credit, Bulmer stood up straight away. Butcher is one hard rock. Again, right in front of us. Waxy taps it straight down. I'm using nicknames now as he kicks towards half forward. That's what the Red Legs are using. Geishan tapped it over the back, missed the intended target. So White came in, just fumbled at the last minute. Geishan mopped up his bad work, and then the handballs come. Carr gave it to Jolly. Nice kick. Benny Brunt put one hand up. Now he goes back to win at Hudson Holmes. Cade Renoy was there, chips it towards a hot spot, but turns it over.
Do you think that tackle there by Butcher was tenderising Darryl?
Oh dear. I'll tell you what, he's getting the sack after this.
That was a risky kick across goal there. I'm not sure who the Bairnsdale defender was, but he put Keenan Hines under a lot of pressure, and we've got a turnover now. Good tackle there. Keenan Hines mops up and gets Bairnsdale out of a bit of trouble there in the back 50.
Kicks it out wide. The intending target out there was Tommy Bryan. Finds him. Kicks around his body to some open spaces. A downfield. And it will go to Vickery.
It's seriously getting really dark, isn't it, lads? I'm surprised the young eyes could see him. Our old eyes are going to struggle very shortly.
Well, the lights are on. Vickery chips it inside forward 50, looking for Robinson. There's a free kick. Where's this been paid from? Now, this has been paid back where Vickery took the initial kick, or are we just not ready? I think we're just not ready. The umpire's just said, let's hold things up a little bit, and it will go all the way back to Singh now. I don't know why we've gone back to the wing, but anyway, Singh chisels the pass to Vickery. So we could just put it on repeat. Vickery puts it inside forward 50, and guess what? He's looking for Robinson. Can't mark it. And is that a mark in front there? No, it's not. The umpire said 2 bites.
We had our cheer squad from last time.
Hey, the boys are back.
Entered the commentary box, so it's good to see them again. I'll quickly do some Miranda grounds in the mid-Gippy. We'll get through as many games as I can. Hill End, 7-12-54. They lead moving north, just 3 behinds.
Well, the quick kick goes from the bounces over the top of Ethan East. Right on cue. Now Bedgood strolls in, has 2 bounces, 3 bounces, chips it over the top. He wanted to kick it to Butcher. He didn't need to in the end. Danny Bedgood gets the goal and extends the margin. This is getting a bit ugly now for the Redlegs.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it looks like the sap has definitely been taken completely out of the game here for Bairnsdale. And it's do as you like now. And when things like that work in your favour, especially for Bedgood, he had 2 Bairnsdale players in front of him. The ball bounces over his head. The Bairnsdale player gets his hands to it and taps it straight to him. So we know that things aren't really working in your favour when it happens that way.
And on the Turnbulls Gippsland scoreboard, we've got Maffra 10-16-76, leading Bairnsdale 4-13-37, so a 39-point lead.
And in the game down at Wonthaggi, it's Morwell still winning there, trailing. Oh God.
Leading by 7 points.
It's going to be bedtime, 4-8 to 4-1.
That's at 3/4 time down there in South Gippsland. Wet and woolly conditions on the coast, and we've got a beautiful day in East Gippsland as
good
always.
Tackle.
So Keenan Hines was the one, and Carr now. Alex Carr gets involved in the strong tackles.
There's a questionable tackle there. You could have been nearly done for a sling.
Ball up inside the centre square. Petro taps it down to some open space. At the back there, gave up the football. That was from Whelan. They go forward. Nice little neat kick there was from Hines. Over the top, Vickery turns around, puts it on its way and sprays it across the face of goal. Misses everything, goes out of bounds on the full.
That if he kicks that would have been nearly the goal of the day. He turned his player inside out. That's probably one of those situations then too with the wind. You dribble kick the ball.
Yeah. Dribble kicker.
You give yourself that opportunity. I hate the dribble kick, but you've got to play to your percentages. And a dribble kick there would have given you enough force to kick the goal.
Yeah. Well, quick kick from the back pocket area lands in the hands of Whelan for the Eagles, slowing things up.
The sting's gone out of it a bit, hasn't it? It's sort of dropped away a little bit.
Just wait till Butcher gets around the contest, then the sting might be back.
I've got some more scores here in Mid-Gippy. Yallourn North 10-5-65. They lead Yanar 6-3-39.
So we've got a boundary throw in.
Kieran Jones still hasn't come back on for Maffra. He's just getting a bit of work done there. It does look like a sort of high hip, lower back injury, which are sort of close by to each other, unlike neck and knee. So
good work there by Channing. Petro's just been felled off the ball here. He's okay. He just
I think he might have just tripped over.
Bairnsdale go forward. Tatnall's gone forward now. Left foot kick. The youngster goes out into open space. Good kick. Lovely kick. Vickery presents and marks right in front of the change rooms, the social club here at the Bairnsdale City Oval. It's been a tough afternoon for them. They kicked 4 goals 13, the Redlegs. And at the moment they trail by 34 points. 39, sorry. As Vickery comes in, starts at left, the breeze takes it right. Oh, big fly on the last 9. Kick was smothered there from Bryant. He still wins a football now. Tatner will snap it around, another smother. The Eagles are desperate, last line defence. Big don't argue there was tried by Robinson. The advantage was paid because he was called for holding the ball, and they are away on the far side of the ground. Goes towards the wing area for the Eagles. Over the top, Bedgegood is the one that can run onto it. Closing quickly out there is Brian. Goes in board, Bedgegood's kick. Missed Butcher, he had to get low on that occasion, and that really tested out the crook back.
He didn't bend over
Daniel
that far either, do Darryl. So we're definitely on the cards in regards to Butcher and his stiffness in his lower back.
Upper back, lower calf. Achilles.
It's
front foot issue.
Yeah.
Wherever it may be.
Take him off.
Well, it's probably about now you probably could. As we've got a boundary throw in anyway, inside forward 50 for the Eagles. East just pushed his player out the way, hits it straight towards the boundary line. Out there with the with the Bairnsdale side. Hamilton's kick was smothered by Butcher. And is that going to be paid?
He smothered that with his foot. He jumped and that's off the foot and gone 30 metres back into the forward line.
That was a karate kick.
And it's been paid the mark by Preston. He goes backwards to Cowan, who can square it across the goals. And he found a teammate in the back pocket who can find Singh. Defensive 50. He dropped the mark. Close to the boundary line now. He's under a bit of pressure. Singh has to go back and find it. Does so. Chip kick in towards Halford. And does it nicely. Goes inboard, does Halford. Finds Giovi. Marks and goes out wide. Presenting out there was Hamilton on the wing, all on his own. Inboard 45 kick to Wyatt. Dropped the mark that he probably should have taken, and now the Eagles might swoop on this one through Alex Carr. Gathers it, runs away from one, shrugs the tackle, handballs backwards to Renoy, goes back further to Brunt, try the take on the Tatnall tackle. Got it back to Lambourne, now to Renoy, and they get it to the far side where Butcher, that's Danny, can chip it over the top. They've got numbers everywhere, the Eagles. Here's Holmes now, receiving end of it, gives it back to the run of Jolly from 48 metres, and the Eagles have a good build-up but kick a minor score.
Unreal. How many times, Paddy, have we seen just in the last couple of quarters by Maffra where they've got him at the back?
Yeah.
You know, and every time they've been smart enough just to get him on the overlap. But just Maffra again, kick another point for their 17th for the day. They're just not burying them where they should be.
We talked about it early, Boxer, with, I guess Maffra was running in waves as Clossey's about to have a flying shot on goal.
Nailed it.
He's done it. So in his return game, Jared Clossey hits the scoreboard.
Well, it is. The intensity's gone out of it from the Redlegs, and Maffra, well, they're still running. Jared Clossy, of course, wants to get a bit of fitness back into his game, so great goal.
So how many goals is that for this quarter now, fellas? Is it two? Is that all? Okay.
So on the Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard, we've got Maffra 11-17-83, leading Bensdale 4-13-37, and those scoring shots are really starting to get up there now, fellas. It's 28 scoring shots to 17.
And that's the reason why I ask how many goals. Maffra have had it inside that many times, inside 50. I don't know how many points they've kicked for the quarter, but they've had their chances, and it could have been probably a 4 or 5 goal quarter already.
Well, and now there's a free kick paid from the ruckman off the back. It's going to Maffra, and of course it goes to the big ruckman in Petro. Drives the right foot into it. Bedgood's the target, gets out the back. Ethan East was there. Handball out wide it was to a teammate there in Perkins. Goes backwards to Daniel. Chip down the line, just missed Wyatt. Got some good numbers though, the Redlegs. Picking that up is Singh. Handballs inboard nicely to Brian. Gets around the tackle of Butcher. Kicks towards his target, top of the 50 it goes, but coming in was Joel Lambourne for the Eagles, who can relieve the pressure and go to Petro, centre half back. Chips over the top, just on the top of Butcher's head. Good work by Channing to tap it. Butcher just got dumped in a tackle, and he does not care.
He's as tough as nails, Danny Butcher.
Well, he is.
He's going to take a cut.
Is that right?
He is a king of the tunnel rat.
Yep.
Unbelievable toughness from Danny Butcher. And that's a good hit. Who dropped the mark was Bedgood. Now Cowan just blazed away. He's looking for touch because he wants a breather. Channing racking them up this afternoon for Gippsland Isuzu. To Renoy, to Petro, through the fingertips. Bulmer has a little sidestep with a kick towards the wing area.
Falcon.
That was Tatnall going down at ground level. Brian gave a handball off. They're trying to let the changes everywhere now.
Yeah, Scud, Danny Butcher's just come off as well. He looks pretty sore after that tackle. He's taken himself off. He looks a little bit ginger as he makes his way to the bench.
Dennison got it out wide, top of the 50, where Halford had it, ran on, played on, kicks it across the face. There's all numbers back there as the Eagles, and it's the old man in Pizza Huts. Takes the mark and gets it out wide to Johnson. Comes inboard by hand to Renoy. Gets around one tackler. Top of the defensive 50 he goes. Nice kick out to Petro. Handball's over the top now. They got runners. This is Jolly. Steps inboard around the right foot kick. Top of the 50 it goes. Bedgood front spot. Mark taking the mark is Daniel.
Just quickly, with Maffra's bench, we were wondering why maybe John Butcher hasn't come off for a rest. I don't think they've got that many fit players left, with now Danny Butcher getting just a little bit of attention after that. Kieran Jones is off, and obviously Luke Shelton went down early in the game, so Channing just came off and had to stand at the interchange gates in case they had another another switch, because I think they're only running with really 1 to 2 fit players.
46 points is the margin up here in East Gippsland. A bit of a blowout in the end, not the game we're looking for, and the Redlegs' home stretch of undefeated games here this year at home will come to an end. The Eagles are certainly well in control, and they are building nicely for a big tilt come the finals. As the ball now is at centre half back area for Bairnsdale, and Russell Cowan is the one that has the free kick.
It's my first time watching Bairnsdale, and Russell Cowan, obviously I've heard his name and know the experience and how good he is, but watching him in the flesh, he's a great player, and he's toiled hard for Bairnsdale today. It's been a pleasure to watch him play.
Ed Carr's happy to see that go over.
And I think the reason for that too, Paddy, is that next week they've got the bye, Maffra, so there's only the one game next weekend, so maybe they're prepared. You see, I've just done a little bit of homework. You're surprised, aren't you, Darryl?
I'm surprised there's only one game next weekend, but anyway.
The barrel.
From Carr it was. And that is Alex. Got it over the back. Daniel Bedgood took on his handball to himself. Now runs around. Left foot snap around the body. Bounces the wrong side of the stick.
Was that going to be your goal of the day?
It could have been. No, could have been goal of the day. I still like Tatum Channing's the superstar that he is.
I'd like to just make sure that I was correct.
Okay, 6th of July.
One game.
Righto. Warrigal versus Leongatha. Might get back to you on that one. As they go again, the Eagles, they snap around the body. This time, Mitchie Bennett. He hasn't got one so far today. He now gets one at the 18-minute mark of the final quarter, and the Eagles extend the lead.
It's one of those things now too, Paddy, is that you can just see he's kicked that goal. There was no player has run up to him to congratulate Mitchie Bennett. Everyone was just walking around and said, is this over yet or not? And if you reckon the sting's gone out of the game, this is the time now where coaches will go, we need to blow the siren now, where an injury, and we don't want one to happen, 9 times out of 10 happens in these lulls in the game.
Yeah, just spot on for the Turnbulls Gippsland scoreboard. We've now got Maffra 12-18-90, leading Bensdale 4-13-37, so a 53-point lead.
So back to the middle they go. Petro's done all the ruck work in this last quarter as Kieran Jones is off getting a little bit of treatment, and Petro wins the clearance by boot off the ball, off the ground. Singh just got slung in that tackle, gave it up. Ball goes in the middle of where Bulmer has it, drives a kick towards the top of the 50 they go. Out there front was Ricky Tatnell, won it, gave a handball over the top now to Keenan Hines. He chisels one in on a leading target in Vickery.
Lovely use.
Yep. As Vickery marks, and with this breeze coming into his face, he's too far out to score, so he's quickly going to put it towards the hot spot. It goes across the face. Out there is Wyatt, and happy to see that through, is it? No, he keeps it in the field of play, does Ed Carr. He gave it to Renoy, he does, who gets it to Alex Carr, top of the 50. Gets it towards this near side. His target is Brunt. It goes over his head. Clossy might be the one. He's still got some wheels in those old legs yet. And punching it over was Preston. Boundary throw in.
I've been stitched up again.
Hello, Boxer. What have we got for us?
There's no bye for Maffra next week.
Well, so what, have we got one game?
No, there's 3.
3 games next week.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So,
who plays?
Druin, Moe, Maffra play Wonthaggi, Warrigal play Leongatha.
Yeah, well done. Good homework, Boxer.
Well, the internet needs to be updated. You know that now.
Tatnell takes on 2 tacklers. Got tackled again a third time. Nearly coughed the footy up. Carr was very good, Alex. Gave it in ball to Ed. They do that plenty of times. Lambourne gave it to Hudson Holmes, who gave it to Butcher by hand, who goes again by hand to Channing. Now he can kick to Jolly, who can handle across now to the run of Whelan, who can drive it inside forward 50 and hit. Johnny Butcher on the chest. It was the rubber chest. It bounced off his chest. There was Wedggood. He kicks backwards to...
Cop that,
all right. Free kick to James Whelan or the mark. Take your pick. But, gee whiz, I said it earlier in the game, the best side in football in the Gippsland League at the moment in 2019 on transition football is Maffra. No one can go with them, and if they play that type of transition, they will go deep in September again.
It's scary after quarter time when you look at it. The Bensdale was leading by 20 points at quarter time, and it kicked 3 goals, 5-23, and for the rest of the day, Maffra's kept them to 2 goals, 2 for the rest of the day. So that's, they've only kicked, 2 goals, 8, but
Yeah, no, you're right. Just on that play, Whelan unfortunately couldn't cap it off with a goal. He gets a minor score, but you're spot on there, Paddy.
Daryl, why does it go from round 11 on the internet to round 13?
Goodness gracious. Have we spoken about this pre-game? Do I have to write it down for you? There's a compromised draw. There's lots of teams on buys. We've got 3 or 4 kids in the box and they know what's going on, and you can't get it through, Boxer.
The kick's just gone from the kick in, just been touched just before it went out in the full, and it's a throw in Maffra's forward pocket.
I tell you what, we're starting to get a team together here at Gippsland Live, and Boxer's about 15 deep at the minute. These kids behind us, and I think that off memory, I can't remember their names, but I know that one of them's related to Ethan East. He's a superstar in his own right. They're way better than you, Boxer. As they run forward again to Bairnsdale. You don't give me that sort of look. Halford overran it, so did Dennison. Robinson had to go in and win it off ground level. He did dive on it. The umpire waits now, and great call. He's even predicting the umpire's call now, Paddy is.
Of course he is.
Paddy Gordon, you're an absolute star. We might get you back on Gippsland Live after all. There's a big fly, and Jolly again. He's been pinged for an unrealistic attempt.
Well, can I actually say something that actually predicted and it's paid off? Sale. 26, 8, 164 to Warrigal, 5-7-37.
You're going
it was going to be a whitewash.
You're going with the top side against one of the bottom sides in a whitewash.
I predicted it.
You predicted it.
I predicted one of the biggest scores of the year, and it was there.
Good mark there by James Reid, just drifting across the half-back there.
I need something, Paddy.
Oh, sorry, mate.
So Reid chips it over the top. There's lots of good players this afternoon for Gippsland Isuzu. Don't forget their end of financial year sale is on now at Gippsland Isuzu. As Brunt runs onto this one. Left foot kick is a high one. Where's the Flyers going to come from? What's a big spoil. It clears the pack out there from Ethan East, was it? Gets into the middle of the ground. Steps around one, does Preston. Gets into the wing area. But back there is Holmes. And Holmes didn't like the attention from Tatnell. He doesn't matter. And the Carboys just rack him up. Lambourne's wobbly kick will be a turnover. And Matty Corbett has it. Goes inboard to Preston.
Getting pretty late, just ticked over 24 minutes on the Turnbulls Gippsland scoreboard. It is still Maffra, 12-19-91, leading Bairnsdale 4-13-37.
Bulmer has it for Bairnsdale on the far side. Comes inboard. Dangerous.
Oh, that's a bad one.
And Lockie Channing, that will be 50, unfortunately, as he copped Sean White, who was coming on a lead. Channing was going back with the flight, and the round arm got him in the head. And the 50-metre penalty will put Sean White about 20 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, at least he's gone over to him and helped pick him up there. That wasn't too malicious, but there was a bit in it. That was a nice one over the tops.
No remonstrating at all from the Bairnsdale boys. So it mustn't have been a great deal in it. As Sean White, as Butcher now decides to come off. And what part of the body does he hold, Boxer? Keep an eye on it.
Well, it touched that right hammy.
Well, White comes in and directly in front, puts it through.
Good goal.
He does. So the first goal for Bairnsdale in this quarter, and the first since the 17-minute mark of the third, goes to Sean White. Box?
Yeah, no, that was a good goal. With it wasn't a malicious hit there too. It was a great sportsmanship there too by Channing and Danny Butcher to come over and make sure White was okay. They got that goal at that. I think that's probably their first goal at that end of the ground too, Scud. So
correct.
Well done to Bairnsdale for the goal, but a little bit too late for me.
Yep, and it's on the Turnbulls Gippsland scoreboard. It's now 48-point margin to Maffra.
Good work by Wykes to get high up there, but tapped it straight down to Bennett. His kick, though, goes to half back. Bulmer's been okay for the Redlegs. Tatnall's presented okay, dropped that mark there. Front and square, though, was Cowan. Oh, how did he see that provision? Left foot kick around his body, looking the other direction's found Wyatt. He's been called to play on quickly, so he has to go in the direction there of Brian. That's Tommy. And the ball now comes out top of the 50 as the Eagles have it, as that will just about do it, you'd think. And the final siren sounds on what has come to an end for the Redlegs. They have finished. Maffra has stopped the run of wins here for Bairnsdale. They win it convincingly in the end. 12 goals, 19-91, defeating Bairnsdale 5-13-43. It is a 48 margin. And not only did Paddy nail the margin, he's been super all day. We're going to debrief. We're going to get through Paddy's performance, which was A+ this afternoon.
He can sit in the back of the Isuzu on the way home.
We might even send him out. He's got a few of the boys that he knows down there at Maffra Land. We might send him into the rooms and we'll have a bit of a chat with a couple of the boys, no doubt. A big day for Maffra. They are just starting to build nicely. We're going to wrap it up and give you all the best, all our key players from around today's game, but also all the games across Gippsland and the Valley. You've been listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM, and we've been doing it for Harvey Norman Electrical. The half-yearly clearance must end on Sunday.
Over the last few weeks, you've drained the bank at TRFM, and we've created a lot of very happy winners with TRFM's Pay Pass.
Wow!
Oh, that's excellent.
Are you kidding me?
Beauty, thanks very much.
Yay!
But it didn't stop there. TRFM also gave one lucky listener a big choice: cruise or Cancun.
I think we'll go to the cruise.
Woo!